Okay. We're not going to be greedy today. We're not going to be greedy. We're not going to be greedy. That's not what we're going to do. I love that we have that little bit of time, to get right. We got the camera straight. We got that straight over there. You guys are up in the building. I'm feeling great. Wednesday, the 20th. Yeah, that's right, y'all. Y'all ready to get it in? Because I know I am. Could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me this morning, I appreciate you. Can't wait to get it in. Got some new Epstein information as well as much more. But without any further ado, we'll see what this guy got to say. Thanks for the love. Me. I'm ready to go. Time to start the show. They're ready to go. Let's get it popping, yo. We're going to trust in you today. All powered up. What you got? What you got? We ready to rock. Let's make it hot. It's gotta be 6 o'clock, clock. No doubt. It's gotta be. So stop playing with us. Let's go. Y'all want to try? Or maybe do we have to threaten you again by getting... Yeah! What? And we love it when we have on a suit that's flexible and we can do this and just get all up in there. Oh, yeah, we do. We love it because it's like, Biggie, can't you see? Somehow your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your jazzy ways. I guess that's why they broke and you're so pay. That's right, y'all. Y'all know why I'm turned up because he gave us another day to do it. And if pump that B. It's Wednesday the 20th. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, BOOGOTTINYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that. Where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that just got me lit. That's right, y'all. It's officially 6:01. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always tell you guys, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. I would love to see who's up in the building this morning. We got Liberty and Justice up in the building this morning. We got Casey Ramos up in the building this morning. We got my boy Jeffrey Spilker up in the building this morning. We got Batty Lynn chiming in from Detroit. We got Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Who else we got up in the building this morning? Anybody else? Let's go. I got you. I got you covered. I got your back. All right, cool. It don't even matter because y'all could have went anywhere, like I said. But the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. We got so much to cover. I ain't even going to BS you. We got a lot to get into. So you know what I want to do? I want to make sure that we got a fully loaded clip like we do, that we're up to date with all of our current events and everything that we got going on as far as this guy over here, those files right here, and everything else that's going on. But my question to you is, what are we going to do after the files are released? That's right. I have a question. It's just like the day after Christmas. You got all your gifts. You know what you got. You already put all your stuff on. But then what do? I want to know, will the world go back to the way that it was? Or will they start searching out Will they redact these files? That's another question. Are we going to have big blots? Because every time they give us information, you know, they always got to redact a bunch of stuff. Without any further ado, though, guys, I want to see who the last bit of people that came up in here real quick. We got Lisa. I see. That's about it. So you know what I'm going to do, right? It's time to get to work. It's time to get this deck stacked. Let me get into it. Let's get into these titles. Let's go. We have Trump. House Oversight Chair says that the DOJ will now provide Epstein files. You guys heard it. They said that the DOJ is now going to provide those files that everybody's been asking for. No matter how long I've been doing this show, I could be showing puppies. Somebody in the comments is saying, what's going on with the Epstein files? Well, guess what? You guys are about to find out, because we're supposed to have those files by this Friday. That's right. 2 more days this Friday. Let's keep on moving forward, because now we got illegal migrant trucker that was released on a bond after a deadly Florida crash. I don't know why, and that does not make sense. You guys saw when he tried to make the U-turn. I don't know if you know about this, but there was a lot of traffic on the highway. Everyone started backing up, making U-turns. This one truck thought that he could make it. He did the U-turn. In the back of his cab, a SUV got stuck under. People lost their lives. He was in prison, and now he's out on bond. A lot of people are not happy about that. We got to keep on moving forward, because last but not least, we've got the Massachusetts state representative who's seen using a street sign for balance and body camera footage from the DUI arrest. That's right, you guys. We've been seeing it go on a couple of times this month, where we got people that are in power, our officials that have been getting caught. Saucy. Yeah, saucy. They was buying the bartender too many drinks. Make a long story short, I'm ready to get to work. We got to stack this deck. Let's get people up in here. Let's give people time to come in. We're going to get over to when Vladimir Zelensky came and visited the Oval Office. We've got current stuff coming up. We just want to make sure that we stack, because we at this show, we did not cover this yet. So we're going to get this going.
You every step of the way as you lead the charge for peace. It's an amazing. I got a question for you. This sounds insane for me even to ask this, but do you think the American media really doesn't even want a peace deal, because they've seen they've been so critical of you every step of the way as you lead the charge for peace? It's an amazing phenomenon. I said that if in the settlement you got Moscow, St. Petersburg, and thousands of miles around them, they would say, I made a bad deal. The level of hatred and animosity is incredible. Not with all. I mean, we have great people up here. We also have terrible people up there that I think are told what to say. But, you know, in solving all of these wars, they don't even write about it. You know, I saw major wars. I saw wars that have been going on for 31, 35, and 37, and a couple of quicker ones. One that was going to go into a full-blown deal very quickly. You know what the one I'm talking about. It was a big one. But they don't even write about that. No matter what I do, no matter what, and you know, this is not anything to do with you. It's probably to your advantage in a certain way. But no matter what I do, no matter what deal I make, from my standpoint, you'll come out good. Maybe President Putin will come out good. But they'll say, Trump was absolutely horrible. It's just it. And I've lived with that for a long time. I've lived with it since just before the first election. I used to get great publicity. Now I get the worst publicity anyone's ever gotten in office, but I won in a landslide, so that people understand. They're the only ones that count, ultimately. But I've also had great reporters. I've had journalists that are very good. But it's very sad when you do the right thing. As an example, they said, because of the fact that Vladimir Putin came to American soil, this was a tremendous defeat for Donald Trump. No, it was really wonderful that he did it. It was a hard thing for him to do, to be honest with you. It was the opposite of what they said, but they said it. Now, if he didn't come, they'd say that was also bad for Trump. You know, there's no way. And there's just a great dishonesty of the press. And I think that's why it's lost its credibility. You know, its credibility is at an all-time low.
All right, y'all, we got to keep on going. Thank you for that information right there, President Trump. The DOJ has basically told Boston, you guys got the letter. It's time. That's right. Immigration enforcement deadline looms over Boston, and they have to answer today. That's right, you guys. Wednesday, today. That's right, y'all. 2025. Boston, you better come to the front of the stage because y'all got some answers y'all got to give.
The Trump Justice Department has given the city of Boston until tomorrow to comply with the White House's crackdown on immigration. Letters were sent out last week to Boston and 34 other sanctuary cities.
New York,
Each gave
too.
the deadline of tomorrow to submit a plan of compliance. The DOJ is threatening to pull federal funding or even file civil lawsuits. Boston Mayor Michelle Wu says the city will comply.
Finally.
Unlike the Trump administration.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra.
Oh, the weekend.
Crafted with unique notes and bold soaring flavors.
Oh, okay.
Experience a
Making
taste
coffee
that
now?
moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Interesting. I hope I get a cut of that.
Boston follows the law, and we will respond and have more to share on that when we finalize our response. Boston is a home for everyone. We will never back down from who we are and what we stand for.
The White House promised that failure to comply could mean more than a
Hope I
loss
get a
of
cut of
funding
that.
or lawsuits.
With that, we do want to bring in our NBC 10 political commentator, Sue O'Connell.
No, we not, because Trump expands the tariffs on steel, and we got to get to that. We appreciate you guys for giving us that analysis right there, too. But we got more, and I owe you guys 3 more videos, so let's get to it. Trump expands the steel and aluminum tariffs to include 400 more items. This is going to affect us as well as, oh, man, back at the cash register. You know we're going to be paying for this. Come on, buddy. Let's get these tariffs right. We need to all chime in. I might need to write a letter to China like, look here, Kim Yong Ching Pong Tung. I need you to go ahead and make these tariffs work. Let's go.
Clearly, the timing was a surprise. Another surprise here is that this did not exclude goods in transit, Joe. What do we know so far?
We know we just got a heck of a lot more tariffs. In our story today, we quoted a Michigan State professor who is focused on supply chains and said, if you count everything that just got listed in inclusions for new tariffs, it's 6 times more than the total that we saw in the 2018 time period. So this is a massive expansion of what is actually covered. I think importantly for people to know, as you showed up on the screen there, these are derivatives, right? So these are derivatives of steel and aluminum. I think it was a surprise because, well, one, maybe a lot of people just forgot that there was a comment period for inclusions, but also the timing was never quite clear to the market. And so for it to drop here, like over the weekend, basically, I do think that comes as a bit of a shock. And as you said, it's instant. So you didn't have a time period to move or ship any sort of products into the country ahead of that tariff coming in. So a lot of people are probably going to be pretty upset by that.
Yeah, I wonder, Joe, if you're an importer and all of a sudden the goods that you've already ordered that are in transit are now going to cost more than you expected, that's a big burn. And the question is, are you then a little bit more shy next time you import stuff? Are we going to see this coming through in economic numbers because people are afraid to put in orders?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Matt, I think it's fair to wonder that out loud, right? I think one of the things that we're watching tariffs broadly, right, is kind of the dislocations that we're constantly seeing coming out from announcements, being far away from expectations. This might count as one of those. People, again, not knowing that there would be a massive list of inclusions coming at the time that it did. There was a comment period for people to ask for those inclusions. I understand that the ones who asked pretty much got them granted.
Yeah.
But a good example comparing this is like looking at the copper market just a few weeks ago. Most of the copper market had expected that refined copper would be tariffed. And so they spent months shipping metal into the United States ahead of tariff announcement. Of course,
Yes, because they thought that they knew that this was coming. Copper, steel, wires, headphones, anything that got to do with copper, anything that's conducive. That's right. That means that they already started shipping loads of that before, but they didn't do that with steel. And guess what? Anything derivative of steel, aluminum, anything, prices are going up 40%. Damn, let's keep on moving. Judge Jeanine Pirro, I'm sorry, not Judge, Jeanine Pirro. There's a woman that's been arrested. She got locked up. They might not let her out. What did she do? I don't even want to say it over this because they might start that spinning wheel. She threatened the president. That's what she did. I'm gonna keep on saying it like that. She threatened the press, saying that she wanted to do something to him. And you know what? I'm gonna let her say it. It's a small clip. Check this out. But yeah, she got locked up.
I just wanted to let you. Hi, everyone. It's Judge Janine. I just wanted to let you know here from the United States Attorney's Office in D.C. that an individual by the name of Nathalie Rose Jones is now in custody, charged with 2 federal crimes for knowingly and willfully threatening to take the life of the President of the United States. She did come from New York to Washington, D.C., and she has been threatening and calling for the removal of the president, and even worse, as she got to D.C., her threats were on Facebook and Instagram, and she continued to call the president a terrorist and was working to have him eliminated. She is now in custody. She will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law.
So yeah, you made yourself hot and had the nerve. You see that? Like a moth to a flame burnt by the fire. You know why I'm saying that? Like a moth to a flame burnt by the fire. Because a moth always goes to the flame and gets burnt by the fire, right? How are you going to be threatening somebody and then go move to the state where you threatening them at? Are you a thunter? Oh, we ain't even got to go get her. She about to move to Washington. Soon as she start acting up, watch your head. Now she like this, taking that ride of shame. Now she got to deal with that. And that's Fed right there. Woo! No, thank you. No, thank you. Keep on moving forward because Tulsi Gabbard is calling for betrayal. And she did some serious removing this time. I'm talking about she had a clearance sale, fired 37 officials. She says they've been utilizing their clearances for corruption. So that means that a lot of people lost their clearances, as far as like security clearances where they can see certain files and things of that nature. Not no more. Hit me off, Henry. Let's go. Let's go.
The Trump administration continuing to root out the deep state. All right, breaking news tonight. The Trump administration continuing to root out the deep state. Earlier today, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard stripped 37 security clearances over a Barack Obama-ordered intelligence report of Russian interference in the 2016 election, which launched Russiagate. She announced the move on X, saying in part that the 37 who had their clearances revoked, quote, abused the public trust by politicizing, manipulating intelligence, leaking classified intelligence without authorization, and or committing intentional, egregious violations of tradecraft standards. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard is here with us with more. This kind of fits in with your original declassification. And that was what you discovered was there was an original senior career intelligence assessment about possible Russian interference in 2016. And they said there was no interference. And correct me if I'm wrong. And then Obama himself reordered another assessment with top intel officials rather than listen to rank and file senior analysts that are career analysts.
So there's a slight difference here in what you're saying, Sean. First of all, thank you for having me on. It's great to see you. The intelligence community assessed in the months leading up to that November 2016 election that, yes, Russia was trying to interfere in our election by sowing discord and chaos, but stating over and over again that Russia did not appear to have any preference for one candidate over the other. They viewed both as equally bad for Russia's interest. The big shift that happened around what is now commonly known as Russiagate was after the election. In early December, President Obama called a meeting of his National Security Council leadership. From that meeting, there was directive that was delivered from President Obama to then Obama's DNI, James Clapper, to then CIA Director John Brennan, to come up with a new intelligence community assessment that contradicted the ones that had been produced previously by the intelligence community. This new one said that Russia, Putin, did try to interfere in the election because he wanted Trump to win. They did this using shoddy intelligence, little pieces of intelligence gathered from places that intelligence professionals refused to reference previously because they knew it was substandard and did not meet the quality and the credibility that is expected of them as intelligence professionals. And they used the Steele dossier, knowing John Brennan knew, James Clapper knew, others within the intelligence community knew that the Steele dossier was a political manufactured document intended to be weaponized against then candidate Donald Trump.
Okay, thank you so much, Tulsi. We appreciate you. And in the next Avengers or X-Men, I am going to say that Tulsi Gabbard needs to be stormed. With that big streak going through her hair. Who's that right there, you guys? Who's that? Thank you so much to Merck. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Every piece counts. I'm going to go to Starbucks with that and get something nice. That's right. I'm going to take that right there and I'm going to Starbucks. But guess what? I got to be careful with that $20 right there because a billionaire is sending us real serious warnings. And that, oh, Merck again. Thank you so much. Here's a extra because you just League, the Just League is okay. Thank you so much, Merck. I really appreciate you, man. But we hot right now. Let's go. Let's get it going on. Everybody, tell Merck thank you so much for looking out for those super chats. We don't care if it's $1, but $20, $40. That's appreciated right there. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, you don't really got to give me nothing. I appreciate you guys because it's hard to get money right about now. So that's why I always tell you I understand, and it's hard out here for a pimp. So all you got to do, I understand you don't really have money like that, so it's okay. It's real rough. Look at them tariff prices, and I'm not saying y'all, me too. Shoot. So all I really ask for is for the likes to go up because that gets more notifications out and more people get educated on our channel. That's what I'm really going for. Really trying to get to that 50,000 subscriber mark, and then we're going to get to that 100,000 subscriber mark. But we keep on working, and what we try to do is lay great bricks in our foundation, and that's why we do this the way we do it. We do a good quality show. We just keep on rocking. We leave it all on the court every single day. So I got more work for you guys. I owe you 2 more videos. Thank you so much, Merck. We got to get over to what this billionaire is saying about Mamdani and a warning for New York State, New York City, because that's basically what we have to worry about right now. All of those rich people that they're talking about taxing and doing crazy things to, they're basically going to leave. You think they're going to stay here? 50 cents left. He said, I do not want to be New York's business partner. It's like 50-50 with the state. It's crazy.
Time back here at home in New York City, billionaire hedge fund manager Bill Ackman warning New Yorkers it's time to wake up and stop Zohran Mamdani's socialist takeover of New York City. He's writing on X that socialism will be the death knell for the Big Apple. He says the only way to defeat Mamdani is for either Eric Adams or Andrew Cuomo to put their egos aside, good luck, and drop out of the election. He has a point. Mamdani leads by 19 points in a 4-way race, but still doesn't have a majority of support, leaving the door open for a moderate ticket to succeed. So, Jerry, here we are, New York City. The Mamdani saga continues. For weeks now, everyone's been saying, well, somebody's got to drop out. Just got to put your ego aside.
Well, what I would
ego
say,
aside, they say.
that goes really well with politicians.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but that's all the information I needed. I wanted to know what the billionaire had to say. He already told us. We already know. And we got so much to stack on the deck. We don't need to hear mumbo jumbo. Thank you so much for that content. We got to go all the way over to Texas, where people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. You guys know what I mean by that, right? People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Common sense. You got a house made of glass. You standing there throwing rocks. What you think gonna happen once they start throwing them back? People in glass houses should not throw stones. We got this situation where this TikToker had the nerve. Let's make a long story short. We saw her get arrested yesterday, and she's now been formally charged with disrupting official ICE arrest. She's got obstruction and is now herself being held in a detention center. You guys saw this clip yesterday where she got pulled out of her vehicle. She's basically anti-ICE, Homeland Security, and she gives the locations as well as tell different people to disrupt arrests and where to go. So she got caught doing this.
I'm Christina Wyo in Dallas, and here are your top stories. An illegal migrant TikTok influencer who doxed ICE agents has been arrested and is awaiting deportation. Tatiana Martinez was pulled out of her vehicle while screaming during the takedown after allegedly advocating on her social media platform for mobs to follow ICE agents and harass them. The arrest happened live on TikTok, with Martinez resisting ICE agents and refusing to get out of the vehicle. That's when they removed her from her Tesla and put her in handcuffs. She was taken to a hospital before being transported to a migrant detention center. Her TikTok handle at Tatiana Martinez 02 has 30,000 followers. She mostly publishes content focusing on exposing ICE raids, telling protesters where ICE agents are located, and encouraging people to, quote, disrupt, harass, and disrespect agents. She was arrested for obstructing federal operations with exact charges pending. That's what you need to know.
Your reign on the top was short like leprechauns. Cons. All she heard was doom 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 doo doo doom doom. Doo doo doom doom. Doom 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 doo doo doom doom. They said, oh, you want to snitch? Ice, baby. Doo doo doom 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 doo doo doom doom. Ice, baby. They said, oh, you want to snitch and tell what we doing and give our locations and you happen to not be legit yourself? Come here for a minute. We got something for you. Silver bracelets. They're one size fits all for everybody. Get over here. Watch your head. They ain't even really care about her head. And she ain't had that weave on when they pulled out the car neither. So if she would have hit her head on the ground, she didn't have the extra padding to hold her down. Now she over there looking like this. And all of the other influencers are getting content off of her arrest. So everybody's happy. Now she could be like, look what they did to me. Maybe she get like 10,000 more subscribers. She made the news. Only bad part is I think that the exchange rate for the country that she's going to be doing her lives at is going to be much less money right now, trying to snitch on people and tell them where they at when you ain't even supposed to be here your damn self. Whew! We got to keep on moving forward now. We got to get on over to Trump. And he reveals the staggering numbers of DC arrests since this federal takeover. Man, we tearing it down this morning. I hope you guys appreciating the content because, yeah, we putting it down this morning. Let's go. Let's stack this deck and keep it going.
States are now sending hundreds of National Guard troops to Washington, D.C. to assist in President Trump's crime crackdown, which the president is touting as a massive success, netting nearly 400 arrests already.
We have a thing going on right now in D.C. We went from the most unsafe place anywhere to a place that now friends are calling me up, Democrats are calling me up, and they're saying, sir, I want to thank you. My wife and I went out to dinner last night for the first time in 4 years.
Whoa.
And Washington, D.C. is safe, and you did that in 4 days.
West Virginia Attorney General J.B. McCuskey joins me now. Mr. Attorney General, thank you so much for joining us. West Virginia, of course, one of the states that's sending National Guard troops to Washington, D.C. So why is cracking down on D.C. crime important to West Virginia?
Yeah, it's not just important to West Virginia, but it's important to everybody in this country. So D.C.'s ability to govern itself matters to every single American because the District of Columbia isn't just a tourist destination. It's a place where the business of our country is done. And we have 6,800 National Guard troops here in West Virginia. And the president has asked us to send several hundred of them into D.C. to make sure that our nation's capital is safe for the citizens of this country to do the business of this country. And Republicans are great at doing two things at once. Our National Guard has a dual role, and law enforcement very clearly fits within that role as defined in Section 32502F in the federal code. And so what we have here is the president asking for some help, and the people of West Virginia, as we always do, very, very grateful for the opportunity to lend a hand to make the people of D.C. safer and to make everyone who visits D.C. feel more comfortable.
Yeah, and that's the goal. What do you think about the updated number that we just reported? 400 arrests made so far. Certainly can't make things less safe. What are your thoughts on that?
So I was a D.C. resident for about 10 years. I went to college in D.C. I've seen what their government can look like, and I've seen what D.C. looks like when crime is really, really bad. And the numbers speak for themselves. When you show criminals that you are willing to arrest them and that you are present in the neighborhoods where they're going to be committing crimes, not only does crime go down, but so do arrests go up.
Yeah, but guess what? We forgot about one thing. What did Janine Pirro say? Even though she can arrest them, that does not mean that they're going to stay in jail because of the laws. You got to remember it's a full circle out here. So you got to be smart and remember, even if they lock them up, don't mean that they're going to stay there because the laws are so flimsy. And that's how it is in sanctuary cities. They got to get to the root problems and change the laws in order to enact what they're really trying to do. Everybody's not a criminal, but when criminals get arrested for doing crimes, they need to be able to be, held accountable for what they're doing. Let's go, y'all. We're going to go over to Colorado. No, I'm sorry. We're still in Washington right now because we got the Trump administration that says Fort Bliss. It's another facility that they just opened 2 days ago. It's going to be the largest detention center in the country. Yep, another immigration center that's been opened in Texas. They're calling it Fort Bliss. I don't know if it used to be a fort or whatever, but we about to find out right now.
It's time to take a look at what's making news across Texas. A U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility is now open near El Paso. The center at Fort Bliss started taking in people yesterday. The Trump administration says this holding center will be the largest in the country. Right now there are 1,000 beds, but the facility could house up to 5,000 people. The project cost more than $1 billion.
Yeah, guess what? All the stuff that you guys are saying in the comments, we don't mind that. That's what this platform is made for. Even if you make jokes and stuff like that, like you're calling them chump, you're saying he's scared to go in the neighborhoods. That's what this platform is for. Do that, not for real. And just make sure that you guys are having dialogue, because guess what happens out of dialogue? You have communication. And when you have communication, you might get down to the bottom of the issues and make some things happen, y'all. That's what we made our bottom line for. So get busy in the comments. That's what y'all supposed to do. Let's go. We got this situation right now with federal officials that are detailing the biggest TDA investigation in our country. TDA, Tren de la Agua, yeah, unfolded in Colorado. Man, if this was us and we had like some real strong people, I'm just different. We would have had a big situation right here, because I feel invaded by what these people are doing to these people's homes, as well as the way that they were strong-arming going about it. That's when I just wish I was RoboCop and I was like bulletproof. I'll walk up in there and tear them up. There's no way in the world that should have been able to go on. What I'm talking about is the way that the TDA gang members were taking over those apartment complexes. Should have never been able to happen. Let's go, y'all. Let's keep going. Let's get it.
I am proud to stand beside the ATF, the DEA, I am proud to stand beside the ATF, the DEA, the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office, Joint Task Force Vulcan, Aurora Police Department, Homeland Security Investigations, ICE, and the City Attorney for the City of Aurora to announce charges against 30 defendants for drug trafficking, firearms trafficking, and murder for hire. These defendants include Tren de Aragua leaders, members, and associates. The charges include firearms trafficking, drug trafficking, and a barbaric murder for hire plot in which several of the defendants agreed to kill 2 people for $15,000 and return their severed heads as proof of the murders for just an extra $5,000. About 10 months ago, the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office asked for the ATF's help in responding to a spike in violent crime that was stemming from a particular apartment complex in their community. The ATF responded immediately and began a complex investigation which included extensive undercover operations and served to identify some of the people who were responsible for the increase in crime. As the investigation grew, so did the team that was committed to conducting it. The ATF invited the U.S. Attorney's Office, Homeland Security Investigations, and Drug Enforcement Administration to join them in this case. All throughout it, we were supported with valuable support from the Aurora Police Department and the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office. The charges tell a story of people selling guns and drugs, lots of them. The affidavits which have been filed in this case also tell a story of a murder for hire plot and other crimes that the defendants were willing to commit, such as sex trafficking. One of the people who offered to commit murders in this case bragged to the undercover officers that the people he would use to commit those murders were the very same people that we had seen committing crimes on the news in these apartment complexes in Aurora. There was a time not too long ago when many people didn't want to believe in TDA. But I'll tell you, this team believes in it. This team knows it is real, and it knows it poses a real danger to Colorado. TDA is a brutal transnational criminal organization and a recently designated foreign terrorist organization, which originated in Venezuela and has carried out kidnappings, extortion, and has green-lighted for its members to kill and injure U.S. law enforcement officers.
It is so hard to turn that off. I know y'all, I'm telling you right now, I don't want to turn that off, but I got to. I got to see what you guys got in the comments, and I want to know what's going on. Okay, let's go. Very intelligent host, well-dressed, high IQ, much better show than most liberals on a MAGA show. Thank you so much. I'm tired of these thugs. They're in Denver too. I see it. It's everywhere, and it's me. Like, I'm looking at this like, where are the police at, and where is our security at? Man, if that would have been the right amount of people, like I said, if I was RoboCop or Iron Man, I'd have came in there and tore them up. They got the nerve to be breaking people's doors down. And, you know, it's just crazy. I know I'm making analogies and talking about superheroes and stuff, but we need that type of power against people like that. And I'm glad 30 of them got arrested. And I'm sure there's more. Let's keep on moving forward, because now we got to get back over to Washington, where Marco Rubio is talking about this in this moment that's speaking about Russia real quick. We're going to get through this real quick. We got Marco Rubio talking about Russiagate real quick. Let's just get a little bit of this, and we're going to keep on moving.
Secretary,
I know you guys want Epstein information, and it's coming. It's probably next. I got you.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio joins us now. All right, Secretary, you were in the room this afternoon with President Trump, Zelensky, all the European leaders. Was there a big moment that happened?
Well, I think the whole thing was a big moment. Unprecedented, really, when you think about all these European leaders came here, 7 that were there, and that included the head of NATO and the head of the EU. And they all said the same thing, which is this, you know, after 3 years of sort of deadlock and no talks and no change in circumstances, this is the first time where there seems to be some movement. Now, look, this is a complicated war. There's no doubt about it. I mean, this has been going on for 3.5 years. A lot of people have died. A lot of territories exchanged back and forth. So it's not an easy thing to unwind. But nothing was happening on this war. Literally, the only option that we were given under the previous administration was continue to fund Ukraine for however much they need, for however long it takes. And now you have people actually talking about pathways towards ending it. Now, it's going to take a little bit more work and a little bit more time, but we are making progress. It's not me saying it. That is virtually every leader there today said that in front of the cameras. And they're saying it for a reason, because it's true and they're witnessing it and they've been a part of it.
I stand corrected. It wasn't Russiagate. I thought it was that. It's basically the war and them coming to some sort of an understanding of what they want to do. But we all know how it is. Every time they say they're going to do a ceasefire or it's going to be over, what happens with Putin? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. That's why they're trying to get some sort of help with security from NATO. We got to keep on moving, you guys, because now we got this break-in at a Venton. I don't know where this place is at, but it's a boom, boom shop caught on camera. I think that this person here, whoever owns this shop, and if you own any sort of a business, you guys got to be really understanding that no matter where your location is at, people will think like, you know what? This is a weak location. Nobody's going to think about me robbing this place or whatever like that. Excuse me. I don't want to get that ball to go down. So I'm trying to be careful with my words. But you have to understand what the criminals are thinking as well. And if your area is we don't have a lot of crime going on over here, guess what the criminals are thinking? They don't have a lot of crime going on over there. So let me go over there and make something happen. That's what you got to be double careful when you're in a secured place or in an area where there's low crime, because that's where the criminals go. We got this situation with this break-in right here in a pow shop. I can't believe that this happened in Venton, but okay.
Caught on camera, a crew breaking into a Venton gun shop and stealing a number of handguns, as you can see. And it's not the first time this store has been struck.
10 News anchor Samuel King is working for you, hearing from a neighboring business about his concerns and how he hopes the community can help.
It looked like they tossed at least 4 guns out the front door.
Where's your security at?
Before they exited the store.
Robert Carpentier is a retired state trooper. Now he's co-owner of CW Tactical and Armor. His space houses Virginia Gun and Knife Traders, the shop targeted by the thieves.
I don't get it.
In this surveillance video, you can see someone opening the door before a female runs inside. She grabs the guns, but has some trouble getting out, throwing the guns out ahead of her. A crew member helps pick them up, and they get away. Carpentier says it appears they knew exactly what they were looking for.
These people come in and case the store prior to breaking in. So they specifically go to a certain case as to what they're looking for. And that's what happened in the one video.
Man, you deserve that. With a gate, ain't no gate on the window, no bars, no nothing. Man, please. Talking about they already got hit 3 times. And they're going to just fix the window probably. They're going to come get them again. Talking about stupid, man. I'm mad I even reported that nonsense. Let's keep on going. We got to get over to Massachusetts where the state representative scenes using a stream to steady the camera footage and basically trying to get this officer to not use his camera. We got another official basically that's getting drunk and getting arrested here. We've been going into this all week. I don't know what this summer is. This is the summer of administrators or whatever like that getting drunk and driving. But yeah, let's go on over to Massachusetts real quick. And we're going to see this guy right here in Massachusetts, a state representative seen using a street sign for balance in the body camera. He tried to use a street sign to hold himself up. Come on.
Breath test. What you're going to do is take a deep breath in like this. I'd rather not do. Okay, if you take this and it's below 0.08, then you're good to go.
Tonight we have this new video that shows the state representative refusing a breathalyzer
Yesterday, the same thing with the other lady.
test. This came moments after police say he was driving drunk, hit a parked pickup truck, and then took off. This actually happened last month, just steps away from the State House, where John Lawn represents the people of Watertown, Waltham, and Newton. Julie McDonald has the latest tonight from Beacon Hill.
Massachusetts.
License and registration, please, sir. Right here.
Newly released body camera video from Boston police reveals the moments leading up to the drunk driving arrest of John Lawn in the early morning hours of July 16th. As flashing police cruiser lights illuminated the dark Beacon Hill streets, the 56-year-old Democrat from Watertown identified himself as a state rep. And after stepping out of his car, he appeared to hold himself up, leaning against a street sign while police began field sobriety testing.
He is done. He is staggering.
I have it. Go 911, copy. So just follow it with your eyes, right? I have it. Keep your eyes open.
Fail.
With your eyes only. Don't move your head.
It had been a witness who flagged down officers after Lawn allegedly hit a parked pickup truck and ran through 2 stop signs.
Jesus Christ.
While police tried to observe his balance, he held a fence for support. Lawn declined a breathalyzer and asked instead if he could Uber home.
Okay, if you take this and it's below 0.08, then you're good to go. Call an Uber. I just want to go home, remember? So you don't want to take this. No, can I do an Uber? Just go. Right now, I think that's a little, it's too far from that. So
After his July arraignment, Lawn apologized to friends, family, and constituents, pledging to live a better, healthier life and change his behavior. The lawmaker, who initially entered a not guilty plea, later admitted to sufficient facts, which is essentially agreeing there is enough evidence to convict. Lawn will be on probation for a year, and his license was revoked for 45 days, which is standard for a first-time OUI offense. He must pay fines and complete alcohol treatment and education.
Oh man, that's the second one this week, you guys, but that happened last month. But what's happening, it seems like it's occurring a lot with our officials, and they feel like they can just walk away from stuff. Who we got over here playing around right now? Let's get rid of the dolphin that's playing around. Bye, dolphin. See ya. Wouldn't want to be here. You ain't know how we get down around here. Dolphin got to get up out of here. Where you at? I made a mistake and got the wrong person out. Somebody got hit in the line of fire. Bye, Dolphin, trying to play games with us. We got to keep on moving forward right now to finally some Epstein information. They try to throw a monkey wrench, but we don't play that game. We know how to do it, and we keep on moving forward, right? We're going to get over to Washington because now we got Nicole Wallace who's calling out the Republicans' hypocrisy on the Epstein scandal. Yes, we go to both sides. Y'all always say to me, oh, you like playing Fox all the time. How come you don't play anything else? As you guys can see, we ain't had that much Fox today. We playing everybody. So since you want to do that, let's go over to the other side real quick. Let's go.
The wrong attorney general in the room. Dan Bondi should be before this committee, and she should be testifying as to what she had on her desk that she claimed were the full Epstein files with lists, and why she wouldn't and still has not released the full unredacted files.
Y'all do me a favor, double tap the screen to get those likes up. I have not asked the entire show. We ain't even halfway through, but what I would appreciate if we can double tap, because what that does is it gets more people over here. How? Because when you hit the button, a notification goes up and YouTube sends more people over. Don't ask for money because I know it's hard out here for a pimp. But if you get those likes up, we really would appreciate it. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's get into this Epstein info that we got.
Hi again, everyone. It's now 5 o'clock in the East. That was one of the two House Democrats in the room yesterday for former AG Bill Barr's deposition. Bill Barr was testifying before the House Oversight Committee as part of its probe into the Jeffrey Epstein files. Congressman there is calling out a missing voice that they say they need to hear from because there is a huge discrepancy between Trump's attorneys generals. Here's current AG Pam Bondi back in February.
One of the things that you alluded to, and this is something Donald Trump has talked about, the DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that.
It's not somewhere I don't know where, in a file cabinet, buried in the deep state bureaucracy. It is, quote, sitting on my desk right now, end quote. The committee then heard from Bill Barr yesterday, since he was Donald Trump's attorney general at the time of Jeffrey Epstein's death in 2019. And here's what the oversight chairman said about what Barr told them behind closed doors.
Attorney General Barr testified in there was that he never had conversations with President Trump pertaining to a client list. He didn't know anything about a client list. He said that he had never seen anything that would implicate President Trump in any of this, and that he believed if there had been anything pertaining to President Trump with respect to the Epstein list, that he felt like the Biden administration would have probably leaked it out.
I think so too. Okay. I'm glad you did that because
both. Which is it?
I'm gonna let you keep that face looking like a turtle without the shell, because we got to keep on moving. We got to get over there. I'm just a bill. I'm just a bill. And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. We got these lawmakers that are reacting to William Barr's testimony about Jeffrey Epstein yesterday. So we got a few people that actually were in the room. I don't know why they're not letting us watch it, because that would have been a real good show for us to see that, to see exactly what was going on. But she was actually there. Let's go.
What did he say today? What did the committee learn? Nicole Killian joins me now for answers to that. Nicole, great to see you. So, what did he say? If it's knowable, or more knowable, probably, is the various members' reaction to whatever he said.
Yeah, absolutely. And as anything with Congress, as it pertains to Congress, I should say.
Opinions differ.
Exactly, depending on party. So obviously the chairman, James Comer, said that they did learn quite a bit today from the Attorney General. Democrats, on the other hand, felt, hey, we didn't learn more than things that we've already read in the press, right? That being said, we did hear a little bit from Bill Barr himself. He didn't really take questions, but did say a couple of words acknowledging that this was a good conversation, and also standing by this ruling that he and others made at the time of Jeffrey Epstein's death, that he does stand by the fact that he still believes that it was a suicide. Take a listen to what lawmakers thought of his deposition today.
I don't think we're learning much from the questioning from the House Republicans. It doesn't seem like this is something where they are truly caring about the victims and about trying to get to the bottom of what's happening. Whereas on the Democratic side, we are asking the tough questions and trying to get some answers.
The Democrats' goal is to try to dig up some type of dirt on President Trump. And what Attorney General Barr testified in there was that he never had conversations with President Trump pertaining to a client list. He didn't know anything about a client list.
So again, as you heard the chairman there say, he feels that Democrats are politicizing this issue. Nonetheless, though, he did acknowledge that the former attorney general, answered all of the committee's questions. And keep in mind that Bill Barr is really the first of several witnesses that this panel is expected to call over the next couple of weeks, including a host of former attorney generals. We're going to hear from Alberto Gonzalez.
No. Let's keep on what we're going right now, because we want to make sure we get everything that Comer said, as well as whatever we can get out of it. Let's go. Let's get as much as we can say. And when we can get it from the horse's mouth, that's what we try to do here.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
Good morning. Appreciate everybody being here today. We're very excited. This will be our first deposition in our bipartisan investigation into the entire Epstein Island saga. So we've got a lot of questions for former Attorney General Barr. I appreciate his willingness to come in, and hopefully this will be the first of many. I'll answer a few questions.
You set a deadline for tomorrow for DOJ to release the unredacted full Epstein file. Do you expect them to deliver on that?
Well, we're having really good conversations. You have to understand you can imagine how many documents there are. I think that we're going to have I think we'll receive the documents very soon. They're compiling everything together. I think we're working together in a good faith effort, and everything's coming along. I expect to receive the documents very, very soon.
Is that their explanation, though, that there's just so many documents that they can't meet your deadline?
Well, we always get that explanation in every investigation we've done in the 2.5 years I've been here. But I think that I'm confident we're going to get the documents.
Are there other topics you're hoping to ask him about as well, or just Epstein and Maxwell?
Well, the subpoena was just for Epstein. There are some other things that I'm curious about, so we'll see how it goes. But obviously, the purpose of this deposition is on Epstein, and when we learn more, I'll be happy to come out and answer some questions. Thank you.
All right, y'all, we got to keep moving because I got more. The way that we stack the deck over here, we go all around 360. We dive in, we come up out of the water. And do me a favor, double tap that screen if y'all appreciating the way we covering this and making sure we getting you everything. Now let's get over to the attorney for Epstein victims, who's condemning the Trump administration and the government and saying that this is a sponsored cover up. You guys see, I'm not being bipartisan over here. I'm not being one-sided. Let me just say, I'm not being one-sided. I'm being fair to all sides. I'm playing all sorts of news from every aspect. So let's go. Let's go.
The Justice Department will miss the House Oversight Committee's deadline to turn over the Epstein files. The panel.
Did you guys hear that? They were supposed to release them on Friday, but we already finding out right now that they're going to miss the deadline.
Breaking tonight, the Justice Department will miss the House Oversight Committee's deadline to turn over the Epstein files the panel subpoenaed. The original deadline was tomorrow, Tuesday. Oversight Chairman James Comer now says the department will begin turning over documents on Friday. And there's one word that caught our attention: begin. There's no word yet on how long it will take to turn over all of the documents requested, or if all the documents will ever be handed over, for that matter, right? But we can rest assured, folks, James Comer will do whatever it takes to put the Trump Justice Department in the best light possible, no matter how much they fall short. Joining us now, Jack Scarola. He's an attorney for several Jeffrey Epstein victims.
It is good to have you with us, sir. So one word that stood out to us was begin. The other word that stood out to us from James Comer is his calling this failure, missing the deadline by the Trump administration, quote, transparency. Is that how you see it?
What I see and what I know many victims of the Epstein-Maxwell abuse have seen for nearly 2 decades now is a continuation of a massive government-sponsored cover-up. This is not accountability. This is not transparency. What the victims have received repeatedly is deception, delay, and diversion. And this is one more example of that unfortunate re-victimization of the over 100 children who suffered abuse at the hands of Epstein and Maxwell.
I just wanted him to have a chance to say that because it does say that he is the attorney for several of the victims. So even if he has his opinion about certain things that you guys may disagree with, he is an attorney for a lot of those victims, and a lot of the information that he has, he's right about, and he knows what's going on.
The U.S. Justice Department faces a deadline from Congress today to turn up. The U.S. Justice Department faces a deadline from Congress today to turn over highly anticipated documents related to Jeffrey Epstein. House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer said yesterday that department officials informed his panel they would begin providing those records on Friday. I want to bring in CNN crime and justice correspondent Caitlin Polentz. Caitlin, what do we know about this delay from the Justice Department?
Well, Wolf, the way it sounds from how the House Oversight Chairman James Comer was speaking yesterday is that this is a bit of a pleasant agreement that's happening between the Republican-led committee and the Trump administration, the Justice Department. We do know that there was a deadline. The House Oversight Committee had subpoenaed essentially everything in the Epstein files, so the investigative material, as well as anything around Epstein's death in 2019 when he was in jail. And the Justice Department, they did have that subpoena deadline today, but Comer came out yesterday and said they're going to start producing things, beginning to produce documents this Friday. There will be redactions, we expect, related to victims, especially since this is a situation of child sexual abuse. But the big question here, as always, is anything the House Oversight Committee going to get something that we haven't seen before?
That's the question. That's what I wanted it to go at, you guys, because we have a bunch of redacted files as well from the 2017 case where he got the slap on the wrist. We already have that in the link in the description if you guys want to go check that out. But the thing about it is once we go look at these files, it's big blots. You can't even really see anything. Such and such walked up to and boom, a big blot. You can't see nothing. So the unredacted stuff is what most of the people want to know, what they want to see, so that they can track things and get to the bottom line of these kids and find out who the people are that had something to do with getting, like, you know, being involved with these children. Y'all do me a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up. It's our bottom line. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Send me all the money in your pockets. I'm just messing with you. I know it's hard out here for a pimp, but we can double tap that screen to get those likes up. We're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. We really would appreciate if you like the show. Hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and become a member. Hit that bell for post notifications. Like the other day, we actually went to the Jeffrey Epstein mansion. You guys would have known if you hit that bell, you would have been like, they would have been like, hey, Bugatti's going over to the mansion, and you guys could have saw it live. So yeah, hit that bell and let's keep it moving. Thank you guys so much. Let's get on over to North Grand, where there was a fatal hit and run. Yes, we cover everywhere. Where's North Grand? Where's this at? Yes, every little place, every nook and cranny, especially if it gets little views, we use our platform to give it bigger views. So let's go. Let's get over there.
Right now, take a good look at these images. Police say, thank you. Well, right now, take a good look at these images. Police say this person is wanted in connection to a hit and run in North City this weekend. A 20-year-old woman died.
Terrible.
Tonight, only First Alert 4's Jordan Burrell is speaking to the mother who will never see her child alive again. She's live downtown. Jordan.
Yeah, good evening, Corey. We're live outside of police headquarters tonight as they continue to search for this person who hit this 20-year-old woman, killed her, and then took off. Tonight, I spoke to her mom, who describes this unimaginable loss that now her and her family have to continue to live with.
St. Louis. Y'all got to do better in St. Louis. Come on, St. Louis.
I feel robbed. I do. I had 6 girls, and I really feel robbed. And she was named after me, so that's my junior for real. You know, not many people have juniors, but I named her after me.
Tori Mitchell describing the bond she had with her namesake, 20-year-old Tori Dunn. Her mother says she had a bright future ahead of her with hopes of becoming a chef. And now all she's left with are memories.
Because I be up all night. I ain't got no sleep since then of viewing her body laying there.
Police say a car hit Tori on North Grand near North Market Saturday and left her for dead. They tell us they received a call just after 1 a.m. saying a woman was hit and the driver left the scene. Tori's mother says she was with family for a night on the town.
She was crossing over to the other side. She made it to the other side, and as she turned around to look for her sister, she got sideswiped from one side, and it threw her down the street.
Tori was pronounced dead at the hospital. Monday, SLMPD revealed they're searching for this man who was wanted for the incident. Police say he ran off after leaving an Infiniti SUV at this gas station just blocks away from where Tori was hit.
Torture. Yeah. Because the image of seeing her laying there and she just was happy the whole day.
Police described this man as a black male, thin-built with a full beard. They say he was wearing a black baseball cap, a black t-shirt with a large red and white decal on the back, with black shorts, white socks, and black and white and red Jordan sneakers. While police search for whoever hit Tory Mitchell's daughter, there is one thing that will help her sleep better at night.
I just want him to come forward. And I also want the community to know some people have to stop driving so fast.
Yeah,
I just
why you
wish
have to be
people
driving
just
so
be more
fast?
careful because you took something real precious to me from me.
That's why there's something called a speed limit, guys. They have speed limit for a reason. I know it may seem like, oh, there's nobody outside and all of that, and I want to open it up and go fast. But no, there's no reason for stuff like that. Now the family's lost a beautiful person, and now they'll never get her back. We want to pray for Tori, as well as the family and her friends, and try to get them some strength and resolve through this terrible time and this tragic event that you see her mother so desperately trying to fight and to get some sort of understanding, Lord. We ask that today, in this day. Amen. Thank you so much. It's just a terrible and tragic event, you guys. Wanted to make sure we got as much coverage out for it because that's just how things should happen. And we just try to get the story out. Colorado. Let's get over to these firearms that were recovered in this massive gun bust. Uh-oh, don't get me for that word. I only said G-U-N. Don't get me for that. But yeah, Colorado, come to the front of the stage because they got you they got you for this one. Let's go. Finally, getting some recoveries.
Welcome back here to a Live Now from Fox. I'm your host, Mike Page. Thanks again for joining us, continuing to bring you some of the day's biggest top stories and headlines. Next up, we want to take you out to Colorado.
Now, this is the guys that I was talking about earlier, the ones that they're going after, and the 30 that were arrested in Aurora. I want you to understand and see the brazen attempts that they're making on these apartment units, the weaponry that they're bringing, as well as the way that they're acting and going about it. Like, imagine if this was like an apartment complex that you actually knew or people that were at. You'd be pretty peed off if you saw this going on. These are the guys that actually were arrested in the prior conversation that we talked about, the 30.
That's where federal authorities have unveiled new charges against a violent Venezuelan gang, Tren de Aragua, also known as TDA. 30 people have been indicted, including several gang members and leaders. So let's go right now out to Denver, Colorado. That's where we see Fox News' Kennedy Hayes joining us with more details on these charges. Kennedy.
Hi, Michael. These charges follow a month-long undercover operation here in Colorado, and this case tells the story of illegal weapons, drugs, and violence, and a warning, some details are disturbing.
During this investigation, the ATF undercover agents met individuals that compared murder to playing games, such as golf. These same individuals described to our undercover agents that not only would they commit murder, but they would bring heads of their victims back for additional compensation.
In total, 30 people were indicted, including 3 leaders of TDA, 1 in the U.S., 2 in Colombia. Charges include murder for hire, firearms trafficking, and drug distribution. Agents seized 69 firearms through the course of the investigation, and the case began nearly 10 months ago after a rise of violent crime in Colorado. U.S. Attorney for Colorado, Peter McNeely, said some of the defendants who offered to carry out murders were the same individuals committing crimes in Aurora apartment complexes. Now, this is one of several properties in Aurora where multiple crimes have been reported, including incidents just this summer. Aurora police say TDA first targeted the city back in late 2023, choosing locations with little law enforcement presence and minimal oversight from property management.
Yeah, yo, I'm just glad that those people got some sort of recovery. They probably know a lot of people lost their lives, and you see how brazen they were. Just rolling up on people, moving up on people like that. That's pretty crazy, you guys. I don't really understand why they would do something like that, but that's bananas. We got to keep on moving right now. And then guess what? We want to pray for the people that lost their lives in this tragic event. That's what we got to do right now. We definitely want to do that, and we want to ask the Lord to give us strength and to give us resolve for everybody that lost their lives. Thank you, in Jesus' name. Now we got to get to this arsonist that sets the middle of someone's home on fire overnight. This video clearly shows what this person is. Check this out, you guys. Let's go. This is crazy right here. I want you guys to check this out. Check this out.
Everybody, I'm Casey Stiegel. Thanks for being here on a Friday. We begin in Midlothian, and a family terrorized at home in the middle of the night after nearly losing the roof over their heads due to a fire that investigators say was no accident. Fox 4's Alex Boyer is up first at 5 and joins us with the scary surveillance video. Alex.
Yeah, Casey, as you might expect, of course, this was certainly a scary situation for that large family who was asleep inside of their two-story Midlothian home. Thankfully, one daughter happened to be up late. She saw a flash outside her bedroom window. When she looked outside, she saw flames coming up the front of the house.
This is all on fire right here. This main fire, another high fire right here.
Burn marks left behind on this two-story home located off McAlpin Road in Midlothian serve as a terrifying reminder of the sinister act that ignited here on Tuesday.
I just feel like, oh my gosh, what would have happened if it got in the house?
21-year-old Malia Rivera is on summer break from college. She was up around 1 Tuesday morning when she noticed a flash outside her bedroom window. Rivera went downstairs to investigate.
I came halfway down the stairs and I seen this window right here just lit up in flames, and I just ran and got my dad.
Surveillance video, later reviewed by the family, captured what appears to be a young man in a hoodie pouring gasoline around the front door, windows, and garage. He then lights it on fire and runs down the street out of camera view. Rivera called 911 and woke up her dad.
This whole thing was up in flame too.
Wow. And so what did you use to be able to...
Water. I had big cups of water. I just was grabbing, as I fill cups up, I just fill pots up. I just start filling stuff up, running in, switching them.
Midlothian firefighters arrived and were able to extinguish the rest of the flames. Luckily, the fire never made it inside the home. No one was injured. The family has watched the surveillance video several times.
I think they're crazy. I think, like, in my mind, I'm like, what made you even do this? It was in the middle of the night. Like, everyone had just turned all their lights off. Everyone is sleeping. The kids are sleeping. Everyone's sleeping. Like, I'm like, when you plant this out.
Daryl Wilson says the family plans to move.
My kids don't want to stay. My wife don't want to stay. You know, they traumatized. And it's a hurting thing for someone to come to my home and do this. And I feel helpless as a father. He lucky I didn't catch him. He better hope the authorities get him. That's just how I feel.
I wouldn't want to stay there any longer myself, you guys, because it's like my home has been invaded. My children are uncomfortable. If I'm a single man, I'll deal with it. But as far as dealing with that with my family there, no, I understand why he wants to get rid of that, why he wants to. Terrible, tragic event, you guys. But yeah, people out here really, really mean. And now it seems as if this man got what he wanted, because that's probably what he wanted them to do in the first place. Do me a favor, you guys, let's double tap that screen to get those likes up, to get more people in the building. That fool was crazy. What you think? They will find him too. Somebody says, hi, what kind creeps does that? Yep, boyfriend. Casey, yes, gloves up, weed man, crazy. Okay, we got to keep on moving forward, you guys. And we want to thank a new member, somebody that's already, Sky. Thank you for continuing with your membership. That's right. We got to keep on moving forward to Michigan. We got this chilling new surveillance video that shows this dude just went around stills nabbing. I can't say the word. Stills, you know what? Let them say it. Check this out, you guys. Double tap that screen. We're going all over right now. Let's get over to Michigan. I want you guys to see what's going on here. He just started going crazy inside of a supermarket. Check this fool out.
Suspect with the green backpack sneaks up on his first victim, the woman in black. He appears to throw her to the ground, then chase another customer. Authorities say it was just the start of last month's stabbing spree at a Michigan Walmart. The 360-degree video paused and rotated by authorities in Traverse City. The next target, this man in blue. The suspect, identified as 42-year-old Bradford Gilly, then appears to jab his right hand at that man in the jacket who goes flying. Moments later, you see Gilly run left into the pharmacy before appearing to stab someone in frozen foods. This man attacked by a display of cherries. In an exclusive interview with NBC News, victim Aaron Bedeau says he was shopping with his wife and 4 kids when he was attacked.
I thought I was being punched. And after the third one, I noticed that, okay, this isn't a punch.
I'm being stabbed.
As a dad, as you're being stabbed, are you just thinking about your kids there?
Really, the only thing that was on my mind when I was being stabbed, it's like, is my wife safe and are my kids safe? And I knew that I was shielding them.
Gilly, moments later, seen running to the parking lot, attacking this woman from behind. Cell phone video later captured a crowd corralling Gilly until authorities came. Investigators say all 11 victims survived. Gillies pleaded not guilty to assault and terrorism charges. Court records show he has a history of mental health issues.
That man looked evil in the face. I think this happened in August. You guys, are they just reporting it now? I thought this had already happened, to be honest with you. This seemed like something that already happened and got reported late, but I'm just making sure that we got it covered over here. And thank you so much again for the $9.99 super chat. Who is that right there? Liberty and Justice for the best host around. Thank you so much, Liberty. And for the best co-host who always holds it down, Liberty and Justice, Casey, all y'all always show so much love. Thank you, guys. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to get on over to where all HELL hockey sticks breaks loose as the residents goes off on a city council meeting. I must say, I really feel inspired by what this person said, and I think he really put it down. Let's get on it, right? Sometimes you get a chance to, how Eminem say it? You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime, yo. So guess what? This man right here took this opportunity to a major plank, and I gotta say he did his thing.
Somebody give this man a medal, because this is what a real American patriot looks like. Somebody give this man a medal, because this is what a real American patriot looks like. This right here was gooder than chicken. The brother boldly went into a city council meeting in Costa Mesa, California, dropping nothing but truth bombs and standing up for our republic. God bless ICE and anyone who's fighting to restore law and order back in our nation, starting with deporting these illegal alien criminals. Hallelujah. Let's get it poppin'.
Hold on. Sir, it's your turn. You've got 3 minutes.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Nicholas Andrew Torres. I'm here to speak.
Excuse me, sir. Everybody. No. Hold on. He's got his 3 minutes. Let's give him his 3 minutes.
Can I restart my time?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. Restart my time. Thank you.
Go ahead.
So,
Please.
in the United States, I know most of you are probably from Mexico where you don't have the First Amendment, but that's something we have here where we have the right to freedom of speech. And I just wanted to say something too. It's true. You guys don't have a First Amendment. You don't have respect for civil liberties or rights. But that's okay. I'm speaking. Thank you. So, anyways, the point I'd like to make here is a couple things. One, these people here are, passionately talking about ICE agents coming into their communities, and you don't know their identities. Well, you know who we really don't know the identities of? Any of the illegal aliens who've been invading our country for the past 60 years. Yeah, how about when you see the farm worker, is that going to be like the same farm worker that murdered Molly Tibbetts? Yeah, how do you know when the Honduran fruit seller is out there? How do you know he didn't rape one of the many women who came up here? According to the Univision study done in 2015, 80% of women who come to this country are trafficked and raped. Think about that. How do we know they're not one of those rapists? How do we know they're not one of those rapists?
Excuse me.
So that's the first thing. That's the first thing. I think ICE should be allowed to act with impunity. I think they should go to every Home Depot. I think they should go to every school, every quinceañera, and build the wall and deport every single one of these guys, because they don't make our country great. They make it worse. They bring it down. They use public services, and Americans are sick and tired of it. We're sick and tired of it.
All right, I don't want the yelling to go because he went kind of crazy. As you guys can see, I know he got you a little riled up, especially holding that American flag right there. But how many of you guys agree with him and how many of you guys don't? All I need is thumbs up. If you agree with him, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. We got to get on over to Brooklyn right now in New York, where I'm at, where we got a mass powwowing. And the victim, sadly, is identified as an innocent bystander. Most of the time when somebody gets hit, you guys, it's always the innocent. And that's a sad situation right there. Let's get into it, you guys. Sadly, we got another bad situation. Sorry we don't have Kathy D.O.J.will on the board today, but we definitely should have had her up there representing New York.
The community held a vigil at the lounge in Crown Heights where grief poured into the street. And tonight we have learned one of the victims, a man from West Africa, was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Naveen D.O.J.will heard from his uncle and community leaders.
On Monday night, the Taste of the City Lounge still blocked off by police tape with flowers set aside. A grim reminder of the horror that happened inside early Sunday morning.
And we pray, above all, that we may never see this kind of devastating violence again in our community.
Earlier today, just steps from the lounge, city and religious leaders, along with neighbors, gathered, providing comfort and hope.
Bullets destroy, and they hurt those who we love.
It was around 3:30 a.m. Sunday when police say a gunfight broke out inside the lounge. 3 people were killed, including 2 of the gunmen, and an innocent bystander, Amadou Diallo, a 27-year-old from West Africa. Through a translator, his heartbroken uncle described him as hardworking, hopeful, and says he was chasing the American dream.
He was doing the delivery, DoorDash and Uber, gaining his life like with honesty, without stealing nothing. He was just going home. He was on his bike.
Investigators say 11 others were wounded in the chaos as bullets sprayed across the room.
Forensic evidence, including 42 discharged shell casings, recovered from inside and outside the lab.
Sorry, Duckneck, you get no love over here because you're part of the problem. People don't want to serve under you because you used to be the sanitation commissioner. How you gonna have the person that used to be the head of the sanitation commissioner as the police commissioner now? You know how many people that just quit the force just because that? Oh, y'all didn't know that lady there that looked like her neck threw up? Tish? Yeah, she used to be the head of sanitation. Now because of DEI, she's telling the cops what to do. Oh my God, but we gotta pray for Amadou Diallo. The second Amadou Diallo that I know of in New York that lost his life, the first one, there was a bad incident with the police. If you guys want to look into the first Amadou Diallo, this brother right here lost his life to a tragic event, which is gunfire. And the reason why I don't mess around with Brooklyn like that. I'm not even playing. Call me what you want. I'm not messing around with BK. I stay out of Brooklyn. Call me what you want. Now we're going to move on forward to who? One of your favorite governors. One of your favorite administrators. Who? Tampon Tim. He brought the receipts. Tim Walz gets exposed for stolen valor. Talked about that the other day too. And this happened live on television. Check this out, you guys. Do you guys, anybody know about Tim Walz getting his hand handed to him, hat handed in his hand for stolen valor? Let's go.
I'm disgusted with you.
Congressman, for 24 years, I carried.
No. What weapons did you carry in war?
What did you carry?
Watch this Congressman call out Governor Tim Walz, exposing his soft stance on illegal criminals and confronting him over misleading claims about his military service. It's a heated exchange you don't want to miss.
Are the officers who arrested the Al-Shabaab terrorists or the child predators, are they Nazis or the Gestapo?
The tactics of wearing
They're
masks.
not.
The tactics of wearing masks.
Why did
unidentified.
you tell us that they were the Gestapo? Do you believe that any of the violent illegal immigrants I have mentioned have a right to be in this country?
I don't know what their immigration status was.
They're illegal, violent criminals that ICE took off the streets of Minneapolis.
You did not say, Congressman, what their status.
Governor, what weapons did you carry in war?
Congressman, for 24 years, I carried.
No. What weapons did you carry in war?
What did you carry?
I tell you what, Governor, you're barking down the wrong tree, okay? You lied to the Minnesotans. You said that you carried weapons in war. That is stolen valor. You know what? My wife served 24 years in the military. She's an Iraq war veteran.
You know what I mean?
She was over in the war zone. That's
On a point
stolen valor, and I'm so disgusted with you. And so are the people that you served with. Governor, what rank did you retire at?
I retired as a master sergeant in
Okay, here's your coin that says you retired at a command sergeant major. That's
says
your
I wore
challenge
that.
coin.
It says I wore the rank.
That's right. You didn't retire, did you?
I did retire after 24 years.
Here is a picture of your coin, your challenge coin. I'm disgusted with you. I'm just.
Mr. Chairman, the time is expired. Congressman,
you called half Trump supporters Nazis and fascists, and you know what? That's why the Minnesota Police and Peace Association did not support you in the last election because
I support that.
action. I'm just.
Tore him up. I had to let y'all see all of that. We went 24 seconds over the norm, but I'm sure that anybody in here, y'all not worried about that. Y'all like that, right? Ooh, anybody that's gonna hand it to him. Ooh, gave it to him, right? What y'all think about that? Y'all feel as excited as I am? Double tap that screen and get those likes up, because ooh, something like that just turned me up. Oh my God. Let's get on over to Florida, where the illegal migrant trucker who was released on bond after a deadly Florida crash. You guys heard about this. Let's keep it going, you guys. It's pretty crazy. And I can't believe that they let him out. I don't know what his bond was, but it couldn't have been anything that was too heavy, because look at this.
Another alleged deadly crime now highlighting President Trump's immigration crackdown. Watch this horrifying video. It's from Florida last week, and it shows a minivan slamming into a semi-truck. Look at that.
His face didn't even change expressions. That was crazy.
It's gone. Driving that truck, an illegal immigrant accused of trying a reckless U-turn across 3 lanes on a highway. Who does that? That crash killed 3 people inside that minivan. A senior ICE source says U.S. Marshals arrested that illegal immigrant in California over the weekend. He will be extradited to Florida to face 3 counts of vehicular homicide. Here's Florida's Attorney General.
It's a horrific situation. California should not have provided this person the driver's license and a permit, not just for a car, but to drive large-scale trucks. To then drive into Florida, engage in this dangerous behavior and take the lives of 3 others is really a tragedy, but it shows how dangerous the open border policies under Obama and Biden have been that have continued to wreak havoc on communities across the country.
Our senior correspondent, Jonathan Siri, has more on this story. Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Aisha. Authorities have identified the truck driver as 28-year-old Harjinder Singh. They say he was an Indian national. He faces 3 counts of vehicular homicide stemming from that fatal crash on Florida's Turnpike. It happened on Tuesday. Florida authorities say the 28-year-old trucker was making an illegal U-turn, crossing the median, using an area that was designated for official use only.
You see his face? He's just like, there was no expression change. There was just like, he looked to the side, kept on trying to drive out of the lane, like was continuing trying to keep on going. You guys saw that? I did. Did you guys see that? Hold on a minute. He is not a citizen. Sounds like an employer issue, not vetting who they hired for the job. Yes, you can't drink and drive, but you can drive and not be able to read. Just as dangerous when they're. Yes, you're right. Look at this. Common sense, liberty, and justice. Exactly. Do your boy a favor. Double tap that screen to get more people over here so they can see this craziness that's going on. We got to get over to the Bronx now, where the police are seeking this man that's been accused of R-wording a teenager. And yeah, we gotta do better. I don't understand why people have no heart. And also, California, they should feel responsible and be brought up on charges for giving him any sort of license to do anything. He shouldn't even have a license to scrape ice cream off a stone or for ice or for ice. He shouldn't even be able to make ices. That's it.
Your help finding a man they. And now to the Bronx. Police need your help finding a man they say raped a 15-year-old girl. Officers believe this man is responsible. It happened last Sunday in the Crotona Park East neighborhood near Prospect Avenue and East 170th Street. The victim was taken to the hospital. The suspect is believed to be about 17 to 19 years old. Anyone with information is asked to call police.
Very short story, no information on how it happened, no information on insight, but yeah, hope you be careful in the Crotona Park area. I know people up there and I got family in that area too. Y'all be careful because we got people like this roaming around. Why? There's no patrol in New York because a lot of the police officers left and the ones that do stay, they're not good. They don't know their ass from their elbow. We're going to keep on moving forward because now we got a great story right here. I don't know if it's great, but we got this golden retriever. He's being attacked. And who is he being attacked by? This tiny little adorable puppy that you guys are going to love. So yeah, get those likes up, get those, double tap that screen and get those likes up. We got this golden retriever being attacked by a cute puppy for a little while, y'all. Let's go. Let's wipe it down. Let's calm down for a minute. Let's get a little bit of calmness going. For all of our dog lovers, animal lovers here, yeah, don't even need no audio because they don't talk. Just watch the puppies, you know, just the puppies. You know, the dogs, the golden retrievers, just so cute, you know. Sometimes you just want to be basic and regular in life. Look at that. No worries. You guys go to work, do all the work, and they stay home and reap the benefits. They stay on your couch, sleep in your bed. You just look at your dog like, you know what? Well, at least you can enjoy it. But look how small she is in comparison to this golden retriever. And she's just so good as a friend, she's letting her do whatever. Doesn't bother her. Yep, we love animals. That's right, y'all. Try to donate to no-kill animal shelters. Please help out at the ASPCAs. Whatever you guys can do to possibly foster a dog or find it a new home. That's what we all about over here, guys. We got one more for you. Let me see what else I got for you. Okay. If you ever come in the house, do you have a dog? Anybody here is a dog owner? I am. I'm a dog owner. Dog owner? Okay, check this out. My question is this. Have you ever got something stolen from you? Piece of candy, shoe eaten up. You know, you come back and something is missing or out of place. And then you got more than one dog and you're trying to figure out who is the suspect, whoever stole your food or did whatever. Like yesterday when we watched the sandwich being stolen. Right now we got this Denver official guilty dog video right here. I want to play this to see if we can get down to who ate the catnips. Who ate the catnip?
All right, well, apparently while I was out, somebody got into the kitty cat treats. Now, I'm gonna go look at the suspects. Suspect number one.
Suspects?
Is it you, Macy? See your face.
Macy,
Did you do this?
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
I don't think you did. Number two. What? Did you do this? Denver, did you do this?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Denver, was this you? Denver, you won't look at me. Did you? What? Denver, did you do this? Look at me. Come here.
Like if I close my eyes, I'm not looking.
See your face. Oh my goodness, Denver, you didn't. You did this? You got into kitty cat's treats while I was gone?
We want to say RIP to Denver. She's no longer with us anymore. We want to give her much love and respect because she's no longer with us anymore, guys. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. And if y'all trying to make some money, all y'all got to do is hit that link in the description and you can make some money. Get one of those. It's about, I would say about $650 worth of surveys in the description where you guys can make some money too. You'll make some money and I'll make some money too. Also, if you're trying to promote, maybe you're a landscaper, you got a business, or maybe you got something going on as far as like maybe, I don't know, mobile barbecue, you do barbering or whatever like that. Send your promotions in a 1080 by 1080 form to bridgethisllc@gmail.com and I'll put those up, you guys. Also, coming up, you already know we got that Show Your Talent search that's coming up, right? We're looking for a location in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, and you guys are going to be able to make, boom, $250 if you're in the Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, or Staten Island. That's right, you guys. We're doing the Show Your Talent search that we show about all the time. I will be the host, that's right, and it's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch, 14% alcohol. If you're trying to be a part of the talent show, all you got to do is go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com, hit that, go to the join area, and the member area on the first page, excuse me. You got to join the mailing list. Once you do that, I'll hit you back and give you the location of where the next Show Your Talent search is going to be. That's right, you guys. And what is it? It's Wednesday, hump day. Want you guys to have a fantastic day and get over that hump. No matter what the problem is, problems always present opportunities. That's right, you guys. Problems always present opportunities for you to get it. So don't ever give up. God has made you wake up for another day just to get it right. And guess what we do over here? We don't worry about problems. We always work on the solution. That's right, you guys. It's your boy Bugatti in NYC. And like I always tell you, what? You could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Batty Lynn. I appreciate you, Casey. I appreciate you, Rebecca, Lon, Yen, Bueno, and everybody that's here under the sound of my voice. So until tomorrow, Thursday, one more day to the weekend. Of course, that's tomorrow. We still got to make it till today. I want you guys to understand that we just keep on working and keep on getting it right. Nobody's perfect, but we keep on trying. Do your boy a favor. It's your last chance to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, become a member, and guess what? Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, y'all know what it is. Get 'em! Peace.